I think we're live. We're just gonna wait for the confirmation.
Uh, I pulled it out.
Oh, what is going on?
That's what I ask myself all the time. Like there's a vine. It's like, what the heck is going on? That's just my mind all the time.
We are live on Twitch and we're live on YouTube. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 29 of You Can't Say That. It is myself, Jeff, and we also have the niche right beside me. And we also have in 101, we have Dr. Sam Richards.
Oh, yo.
You're in the
I'm
dark,
ghosting
Sam.
myself. Damn, let me fix the lights.
I don't know if that's the word.
No, it's not the word.
He's ghosting himself. We also
Ghost yourself.
are being joined by Jamie and maybe Joy. But definitely Jamie.
Joy is
I'm here.
Joy is here.
Oh, Joy, there you go. We have no
Hey,
word.
there she is.
Oh, there she is.
A room full of joy. Hey, I have a question that I want to kick out to you all as we move to the next step of reality. What do you think is? I know what's different about being online, like doing the class in the way that we're doing the class, but what do you think are the advantages of doing class like this versus being in the room?
My first thought was broadening the audience, but that was always the case because we did indeed live stream, though we were physical. But thinking more, I think it allows the class to interact with each other as opposed to the outside world interacting with the class or with you or the content and the ideas. Um, yes, in class you ran around to hand the students the mic physically, but the purpose or what we try to create and maintain in the culture in the chat, we have the Discord, and we know the class made a group me. I think that's different and isn't really anything anyone or any student body thinks to do when you are physical. And we see that the students are talking amongst their peers during class, and it's not even so much that it's a distraction. It's kind of what we want, as long as it's constructive.
So, what do you think is the biggest piece of that, the most important one of all that you said?
Probably the real-time conversations on what it is that you're challenging their thought on and how they challenge each other and are talking to each other, to their peers in the classroom.
And so, so one thing is that we've never been in that classroom with the Twitch chat going.
Correct.
So we don't know how that would go. Man, hang on. I'm trying to charge my phone, but I can't. So we don't know how that would go, right? That's a thought.
I mean, thought.
But go further, Joy. What do you mean students challenging each other? Because they always could do that on a chat, right? They could be on their phones in the classroom and do it. But do you just
yes,
think
I
they
think
just do
we
it less?
tried. One thing I did notice, which I kind of thought was interesting, and I don't know if it speaks to what we point the focus to or the shift in social media, because I've never really used this platform myself. But when we were physical, we did use Twitter and the hashtag social19 for the students to kind of be
Yeah.
virtually connected. And I've noticed it's not even a part of my routine to check the Twitter because it's just never been used at all this
Yeah.
semester. So what was your question? How would it work if we did set that up? But I will say Twitter has more confines to it than Twitch, than the chat on Twitch or GroupMe. I think the cap is 160 characters. It's not meant to have long thought out discussions. I mean, there's thread and things, but nothing, conversations and ongoing conversations amongst multiple different people, meaning like more than 2 or 3 people adding each other at a time, that we've seen on Twitter, is what we see now.
Okay, so people are really engaged. There are more people who are engaged in talking on back channels now, and probably more than in the classroom, right? Because by the end of the day, people's phones start to die if they don't have an extra battery or they don't have a way to charge it. It's a problem, and
true.
So you're not going to do that.
And I think since a lot of the students are on their laptops while they're on the live stream, like that was one thing in 100 Thomas when we started using wireless receivers for our cameras, we couldn't allow people to be on their computers anymore because Wi-Fi interference. And now that students are in their dorms and they're able to be on their laptops, I'm sure some of them are shopping for shoes and whatever else like they always do in classes of 700 people, but they're also paying attention to the class because it's on the same application that their shoes are or whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
I think people pay attention more.
How many people chat every class? Like, how many are on the Twitch chat?
Let's find out.
Because I know that early in the semester, I think we reached like 150 or something one day. Not that it's about. It's just out of curiosity because at most in the class we didn't get that on Twitter ever, right? And there's no way to really make things happen.
Michael said his roommate either sleeps or plays Call of Duty while he listens to class, and I think that's pretty accurate for this class.
Call of Duty. That's why we don't let people on their computers, by the way, because they do stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I've seen some comments like that myself. Playing FIFA.
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
It was Fortnite for a little while.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. If I was watching this class from home, I'd be multitasking. I'd be doing other things. I mean, that's just because my brain works like that. You know, I'm multitasking right now. Can't you see?
Aren't we all?
Standing and talking.
Yeah, exactly. That to me, that's a multitask. Each one of those.
Try
is
walking and chewing gum. We all know that's not going to end well.
So unique chatters on average are going to be between 60 and around 85.
Unique ones.
People chatting. Yeah.
In the beginning of the semester, it was much more, and so I wonder if people just kind of, But that's probably about standard. You know?
Wait, does unique mean that they, from stream to stream, they're new and they haven't commented in previous streams, or just that day?
I think it's just that stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no carryover. Got it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, the one thing I very much find valuable is our ability, meaning the mods, to interact with the students and help them provide another lens, provide the opportunity for people to examine their own beliefs. I've had plenty of conversations where we've gone back and forth, meaning just, sharing and asking each other questions. And by the end, a person realizes, oh, I hadn't thought about that. Or I'll say, oh, I hadn't thought about that. And we realize that our opinions are not necessarily based on a full examination of the facts that could be out there. Like, we realize that our views are based on only one side, and we haven't even looked at the other side to see if there's any truth there, or to examine the side that we've been believing and saw that, oh, there's something missing here.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I think that's it's definitely nice to see that happening. And Go ahead.
We've also been able to foster people just speaking more kindly to one another. I think over the course of the semester, we went from the status quo of like, you said something I don't like, so I'm going to attack you, to sometimes people engaging in a conversation with each other and learning something, hearing a perspective that they hadn't thought of before.
Okay, so it sounds to me like definitely one of the cool things about being entirely online is that people do have access to computers, laptops, multiple devices, however, and it's just easier to engage. They're more comfortable. They're sitting at a desk. They're like, they're not going to run out of battery. They can just much more easily engage both the class and the chat at the same time, like right next to one another, right? Whereas in the classroom, like you have to look down at your device and that takes your eyes off of what's happening. But, I'm back on Montel or Maury.
It's Maury.
Montel.
That's an M. You know what
I mean, he had a show too.
Montel did, man. Yeah. And so the two images, the chat and then the class, the video image can be side by side and you can just be engaging one after another. So that's something that we have another semester at this, right? So it'd be really nice to really go all in and leverage it in different ways. And I'm not sure how, but it feels like it would be worth doing.
I agree. I'm seeing possibilities of how we can help at the very least model what a conversation can look like when we engage in examining each other's thoughts in a respectful way.
Yeah.
And just generally learning how to really manage our emotions and decide, like, is this the energy I want to put out, or can I actually engage this person in conversation, even though everything around me says, if someone says something that you really don't like and it feels like it's them having that belief is dangerous to your well-being, can I still keep centered and have a conversation so I can understand?
Yeah.
Something.
That's cool. Well, maybe that's part of that could be part of.
Michael also
really.
said the mods do a great job minimizing toxicity in the stream, which helps foster productive dialogue. So that is a pretty cool thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
That's
to be really
amazing.
active. Yeah.
My bad,
Hey,
Sam.
let me what else? Nishan, dude, I'm back in the saddle. For Nish and Jeff in the direction production room, what do you guys see that, aside from not having to set the equipment up twice a
Which
week?
is a blessing.
Yeah, I know, man. Isn't that? What do the two of you see that's like really beneficial about being online?
So the biggest thing for me beneficially about being online and the way that we're doing is obviously we can have fun with the green screen and do things, but we have separate recordings that we can do separate things with. So we have a live stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time so that we don't have to, because at the beginning of the semester, if you were waiting on YouTube, you might be waiting a few days because these files that we're recording for YouTube were like 500 gigs or 250 gigs on average. So like crazy amount of space. But the good thing was it affords our editors to be able to use the footage in ways that we've never been able to, and really be able to move Sam around and put like graphics beside him or things to help explain what he might have been saying. So to me, that's the biggest beneficial thing about being virtual like this.
But we'd be able to do that back in the classroom now, right? Since we have the Elgato and Cube and so on. Hey, man.
Sam the Weatherman.
Just wait until you see some more. I've been putting a bunch in.
But so we'd be able to do that now, right? We would do that. We could. Can't. Or are you saying no? We're recording on.
But we would have to put a green screen up in front of 100 Thomas for us to get it to where.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I got you. Okay, cool, man. So that's what we have. We have to start leveraging that. All right. What else? This is where I want to be, man.
Wait,
where's Trump?
I don't have any Trump.
He's still there, isn't he? Or did he leave already?
Well, Melania's out. I don't know about.
That looks like.
Did Melania leave already?
Jungle gym in the background,
I believe so.
Through the window.
Dude, Melania left a long time ago, man. She checked out. Dude.
She checked out mentally a long time ago.
Dude, she checked out before she even checked in. Yeah.
Did you hear her interview that was leaked? And she
About
said
Christmas?
something about Christmas and how she does everything else. Joy, you're saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what specific she said.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
Me either. But I kind of agreed, / like, I get it. But I guess, I don't know, at certain points, as in roles in certain settings or group or social structures, you gotta have certain responsibilities, or should at least be aware of what is and isn't okay. And maybe that's not fair for certain things that you would maybe expected of, especially with whatever her background is. I don't know it specifically, but I guess I know it isn't anything too formal, too political. Especially in this country, like, come on, you can't shit on Christmas. That's shitting on Jesus.
Dude,
and how dare you not be a good Christian, even though separation of church and state. But who cares? It's Christmas. How you gonna shit on Christmas, the most merriest holiday? I felt like that was also very Russian of her, or Ukrainian, or whatever. I feel like it was very fitting at the same time for her being where she's from.
Dude, she's from Slovenia. She's from Slovenia, and in Slovenia, Christmas is a really big deal.
Is it? Well, dang.
Hey, wait, what cartoon is this?
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. See, I should know that. Oh my God.
I never watched it, to be honest, because I used to watch Archer, and the same voice actor for Archer is Bob, and they were like, we want you to do a different voice, and he said, this is my voice, do you want it or not? So I can't watch one and then the other, because he's a spy in one and he owns a burger shop in the other.
That's very Robert Pattinson of him. Like, yeah, I'm playing Batman, but no, I'm not going to work to have a Batman body as an actor. This is my body. No.
Hey, so listen, man, let me ask just a final one. I want to go back to this. Now, this is my speed right here. I don't know where this was. This
oh my heart.
That's just because Sam's old.
That's iCarly.
Hold on, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, is it the lab in iCarly? Wow. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't expect Sam to know that.
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I watched this in middle school.
iCarly. I don't know. You know what? Listen, Matt. I don't know. I like the Dachshund on the front grille of the car. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
I love that.
Yo, they did a podcast. Were they doing a podcast or a video show?
Live stream
they were doing a live stream.
Yeah, a live stream. That's what they were doing.
Before live streaming was a thing.
Before live streaming was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so all right. So listen.
You're Freddie, Jeff.
I am Freddie.
And
Freddie was one of my first crushes on TV.
Jeff, can you put a video behind me?
I mean, hypothetically,
Come on,
yes.
dude, up your game.
On the spot. Come on, you can do it.
I have to find a video.
I want to be in a parade.
Well, here,
Oh.
for the moment, you can be in Teletubbies.
A Christmas parade. Macy's.
Is that
That
Teletubbies?
looks that looks like Caleb, actually.
A little bit.
When he was a little bitty baby. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Caleb's the younger one.
Oh, Noah's the younger one.
Mhm.
Huh?
Big head
Noah's
Noah.
younger.
Yeah. All right, man. Is there anything else about the class? Something like I really would like to try to up the
Benefit?
game next semester. Whatever that
That's
means.
not it.
And now I'm
Wait,
sitting
what
on
was-
Nisha's lap.
3D.
Yep.
Wait, Sam,
Are you
what was your
saying
question?
like
The question is, what could we make use of this semester? Like what's like cool? What could we, like in Spanish, the word is aprovechar. Like what could we utilize or benefit from this semester that we wouldn't be able to if we were in the classroom? What's better about this?
Well, I mean, the slides definitely look better because we don't have to worry about angling the camera just right to get it at the screen in Thomas 100. So people can actually read what we're saying. So that's always good. But other than that, like Jeff already said everything that was good.
Mm-hmm. What about so the thing that we haven't done though this semester, I said I was going to do it and I still didn't do it. We haven't pushed the Discord server. And I think that might be something that we really want to start off with next semester, like start with Discord. And it might be hard because the Twitch chat is so easy to use.
But also, since the time changed, it gets dark and you've been needing to go home right after, right? So
Yeah, that's
Once-
actually kind of.
once the time changes to a point where it's still light outside, would you be able to stay longer so that you could interact on the Discord?
Well, I could just call into the Discord on my phone while I'm walking, but I'm thinking even during class, it's like, would people actually use it or are they just going to resort to Twitch because it's easier? Like, why would I jump on Discord?
I think that next semester, especially with us having Streamlabs Prime, the easiest and best thing is going to be, because until we get like the official partnership with Twitch, we're not going to have set 1080p through 360p or whatever it is. So having the ability to be on YouTube, be like, hey, anybody who doesn't have the fastest internet, who can't stream 1080, if you're having issues, just know that we're always live on YouTube. And starting the semester like that is going to be really, really nice. Because I think people who like YouTube will go to YouTube. And I think people who are going to want to like Twitch will go to Twitch. So, and we've been finding out little tiny things that I wish we would have done in the beginning of the semester.
Yeah.
So I think next semester the class is going to be better, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to have content go out faster.
Well, here's a question. Does that affect our numbers? Like how many, how we usually have the graph that's like X amount of viewers from this many countries, and then we turn the countries blue, and like that's how many people see social around the world. Like, does it affect numbers like that?
I just have to combine them.
Math.
Most of the, yes, because of the fact that most of our, I don't know how much it'll change because it won't change the global necessarily because it's just more people within State College in the United States are watching us. So I don't think it's going to change too much.
I think it's really it's difficult to get people to change their behavior once they've sort of started on a particular path. So like if you start watching Twitch, you're just going to stay on Twitch. Or if you don't start off on Discord, there's no reason to stay on Discord. And my guess is that's what we have to think about if we really want to move that. And probably the only way to do it is for me to be really active on it. For all of us to be active, actually, not just me, but all right.
This is the best I got for you.
video?
As he's pulling it up, question, Sam, what would you like to see happen on Discord that you're not seeing happening over?
I
that
think
you wish we could have happen on Twitch?
I think it's just more complex engagement. So everything that you're talking about with regard to like really moderating or people really having interesting conversations, I think it would lead people to have more thoughtful conversations. Yeah.
Okay.
And really back and forth and that sort of thing. I think it would be really good for that. Yeah.
So my brain already went to, so when do we unplug though? I think that would be important for us to consider so that we don't overdo it. And maybe that's just me noticing me, because I'm noticing I will just stay on. Like I'll be like, I gotta go, and then I'll hop on Slack and then see a whole bunch of stuff that I want to say, and like, but wait, you said you had to go. Like, stop! Somebody stop me. So for self-care, I think we would want to have something to think about that rather.
Yeah, I definitely think that having the if we would have especially with next semester being earlier in this semester, it's going to be nicer for having the opportunity to, hey, if you guys are interested in, you can either stay on the stream or you can jump into Discord, and we're all going to feel free to ask questions or do whatever, almost like if you're in the front of the room. So if we start with next semester having that, I think it'll be really good. Keep engagement up.
We can also we can do it when we get back from break, since I'll be home in my basement. I can easily just jump on Discord and we can all just open up a big call. Yeah.
That doesn't sound right at all.
What?
I'll just be at home in my basement streaming.
in a windowless, soundproof room. Yeah.
That sounds like a crap.
But that's the foundations to someone's blank insert dungeon.
Yeah. Yo, what if we concentrated on using the Discord post class? Like that's the show after the show.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's I think what would. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it would be cool.
Well,
we just got to figure out how to manage it.
Yeah. Well, give thanks to Michael. Liked it because it was his comment that led me to think that.
Class starts in 15 minutes, by the way. Or no, like 25? I don't know.
25, my friend. 25.
Okay. Someone just joined and said, I just joined. Why is he playing Minecraft? And that's what made me think of class. So I could just be wrong.
He's not playing Minecraft. He's just in front of Minecraft. Look at this. This is the most lucky strike in the world. Or not a strike, a spare. Look how freaking slow. Whoop.
Yo, Michael said class is going to be earlier next semester. What time is class going to be?
3:05.
3:05.
Oh, so it will still be late. Oh, that's my
still
time. It'll still be light out after class because this semester, has been leaving because it's dark.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got lucky. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
My weapon set up. Let's go.
All right, one more. What's happening here?
You just watch videos all class. Oh.
Oh no.
Michael just asked if we're gonna do a pre-class stream. So meaning this, Michael?
We could do something like if we would plan these out a little bit better and have like topics that we want to talk about, we could do this before every class.
Yeah.
Oh, so then what time will we be doing the podcast? Like 2?
I think it would be.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna see where everybody's class schedule is.
Well, everyone's.
Well, wait.
We're talking about for next semester?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard to say because then we also are us as wink staff
right.
people. It would be like kind of depending on how our just whole workflow and things kind of turn out, anyways.
Yep.
Meetings and your DI dialogues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
That, and I have class.
listen, man. I have another question. Is anybody leaving town
Nope.
next week? Anyone leaving the state? Am I the only one leaving the state of Pennsylvania?
Where are you going, Sam?
Going to New Jersey.
Crazy.
Okay, that makes sense.
When I come back, I have to either get a COVID test within 72 hours, or I have to quarantine for 14 days.
Well, could you get one of those takeaway tests? I think today's the last day. Or is that for people to take before
That's for people to
traveling
use
where
before they
traveling?
leave campus, just to make sure they're not spreading it on their holiday travels.
Well,
Yeah.
shoot, maybe you could still cop one and then just, save that.
Oh, really?
But
you pick them up and go with them?
yeah, they're
I'm
free.
not sure if that's how that works.
Yeah, I think they're free because I have the Penn State app that Jacob's mom, whatever, when they came the last day of class to get everyone to download it, and I got a notification. It was kind of a reminder, like, hey, today's the last day for your free take home Corona test. Go to the BJC before 6:00. I think you take them. I think it's like a rapid result test. That's what I assume it sounds like.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you, man.
Yeah, what they do is you go in and you actually have to like do the test there, unless like I haven't had the option to do like a takeaway test, but both times I went last week and I went today, they actually have you do the test there in front of the people to make sure that you're, I guess, not cheating. I don't know how you would cheat on a Corona test, but all right. But
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
would
sure if
you-
you could take away from it. What'd you say?
I think it's not the issue of cheating. It's about people figuring out how to do it.
Yeah, because what's going to happen, because at the beginning part of this, Michael had some symptoms and it wasn't COVID, but we went and got him tested and they literally and it has changed since the very beginning, but the reason people aren't taking this home because somebody said they took a test and they didn't go home, like they didn't take it home to do it, because most of the time what people will do is they'll just stick the little cotton thing up their nose for 2 seconds and pull it out and be like, all right, that was it. Where in fact, in order to get the test perfectly to like actually tell you if you're positive or not, you gotta stab your brain for 30 seconds.
Dude, you gotta.
And no one's gonna do that to themselves.
If that doesn't hurt, you didn't do it right. That's
Correct.
All right, so listen, man. I gotta bolt out. We gotta. Joy, you know who we need today, right? You saw the peeps in Slack.
In the Slack message, I did.
So listen,
I do have a question about it. But
go
yes,
ahead, my friend.
So for each category, you just want one person to represent this and one person to represent that, and it's going to be a fast flowing thing in that order. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to go in that order. We don't know what order we'll go in. And so you're going to have to let Nish and Jeff know. You got Nish and Jeff. You're going to have to be in contact with Joy about who's the people who are on deck who like come into Zoom. You got to know like what they are. And Joy, you got to bring them in like pairs. Like don't bring one in without already having the answer, or else we're not. It's not going to help. So Joy, you're going to have to really keep track. So however you can do that, but whatever the first pair is what we're going to go with. I'd rather not start with Sunni and Shia, but we can. It doesn't really matter, just because that's a little bit more complex. It'd be nice to do one but whatever, it doesn't matter. So the pairs, whatever you can get.
Rick Ross.
And if you get two people for one, just be like, pick the name that you don't recognize.
Okay.
Yeah. And but we only want one representative of each group.
Gotcha.
And, And if for some reason they get on and their camera is bad or their mic is bad or something like that, then you can kick them, try to bring the other one back on and like bring them on later. Yeah, replace them. So
no problem. How do you do the highlighting thing in the comments, Jamie, Jeff, or Anish?
Down the bottom left of your chat box is there's those bubbles and it'll have a number next to it. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
If you click on it,
let me test that out.
One of the options is highlight your bubbles for 50 bubbles.
Bubbles. Get started. Highlight my message. Got it.
Suggest a poll. Turn on the only chat.
Okay, I got it down. So typically what I do as opposed to speaking in our other Zoom link, because I don't know, I assume that it's also on your Polycom, and the Polycom is so loud, you can still hear us talking to you in the live stream, Sam, because it's picked up by the other Zoom call. So I usually just add niche in our Slack channel that I have this number of students. I gave this link to this number of students. This is who is in the room. Since I know she at least has that piece in your ear. So that's what I'll just continue to do that in Slack as opposed to saying it in the other Zoom call.
Okay, I got you, man. All right, that's cool.
Perfect.
And Nisha, for some reason, if you think I didn't hear you and you say, did you hear me? If I didn't, I'm going to do this. And that means do it again. It also means I'm crazy, but that's sort of a standard.
Well, we already knew that.
You know that. So I'll just do that. And that means repeat it. And if for some reason I like shake my head, no, you're going to have to jump on Polycom and say it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll try to mute my mic.
Hey, all right, y'all. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
See you, friends. Drink your water.